Hey tea cakes, so I have a confession to make. I haven't been being completely honest with you. I have led you to believe something about a huge part of my life that just frankly isn't true, and I just wanted to clear that up right now, because I feel like I'd be happier if you all knew this about me. It's just that John Locke isn't my ATP. In fact, Mystrade is my ATP. It always has, always will be. It's an amazing ship. I know there's lots of people in the depth of the hell pit that is Tumblr who ship Mystrade. Most of them just ship it as a crack ship, and I ship it legitimately. I'm so serious about this ship. It's my life. I believe that Mystrade is endgame, and that's it. It's my life, and I love it. For those of you who didn't know, Mystrade is the ship between Greg Lestrade and Mycroft Holmes on BBC Sherlock, and it's real and it's endgame, and I have watched through BBC Sherlock looking for Mystrade evidence in the same way that people look for John Locke evidence, and I have found loads, probably not all of it. If there's more, if you know of more, tell me, you know, and I want this to be a thing. It's called the Mystrade Conspiracy, as in the John Locke Conspiracy, but it's better because it's Mystrade. And, you know, a few people have talked about this on Tumblr. Jokingly, they haven't been taking it as seriously as I am because, you know, Mystrade is endgame, and that's all there is to it. And today I am going to be compiling all of my evidence, and hopefully I will be able to convince you guys that Mystrade is just the way forwards. Thank you for accepting me and joining me on this journey. Let's go right into it with my meta notes. So my first piece of evidence happens in season 2, episode 2, The Hounds of the Baskerville, in the scene where John and Sherlock are surprised to see Greg in the bar at Baskerville, and then they go up to him and talk to him, and Sherlock automatically jumps to the conclusion that Mycroft sent him there, and this tells us that Sherlock knows, like Sherlock's picked up on the fact, that Greg and Mycroft talk a lot. Next time you watch the scene, notice how defensive Greg gets when Mycroft is mentioned. Also in the scene we learn that Greg and Mycroft stay in close contact with each other even when Greg is on holiday. And when Greg says, "I don't always do what your brother tells me," he hesitates before saying "your brother." So it's obvious that he doesn't know how to address and talk about Mycroft in front of other people. And it's obvious that he does always do what Mycroft tells him. Greg's entire demeanour in this scene is that of someone who has at least a bit of a crush on the person that he's talking about. And by this scene it is obvious that Greg and Mycroft have a bit of communication outside of work. Probably, you know, hang out, go on dates, possibly. I don't know. Just saying, they know each other beyond their professional roles. My next piece of evidence point thing is from two scenes that seem completely unrelated, but when you listen to the dialogue, a connection between Greg and Mycroft is made, and it's pretty cute. First, in season 2, episode 1, A Scandal in Belgravia, when John and Sherlock are in Buckingham Palace, and John asks if they're here to see the Queen, and then Mycroft walks in, and then Sherlock says, apparently yes. You know, that's funny, whatever. It's a joke. Mycroft's the Queen. He is. That is true. But then, a few episodes later, season 2, episode 3, The Reichenbach Fall, Sherlock is in a taxi watching Moriarty on a TV, and Moriarty is telling a fairy tale about a knight called Sir Boasterlot, who is a metaphor for Sherlock, and there's two knights who are metaphors for Donovan and Anderson, who report Sir Boasterlot to the king, who is a metaphor for Greg. So basically here, Greg and Mycroft are referred to as the king and the queen. That's so cool! They're a power couple. They are like the ultimate power couple. Goals much? Hell yeah! My next bit of evidence is from season 3, episode 2, The Sign of Three, where Sherlock is giving his best man speech at John's wedding. It's an amazing speech, probably one of the best parts of the entire show. He says a lot of cool things. Nice things about John, funny stories, it's cool. There's one thing that kind of sticks in the head of all Mystrade shippers about this speech though, and it's when Sherlock is talking about fun ways that he has planned on killing his friends and family, just, you know, to pass time and stuff, as you do. I do that all the time. And Sherlock says something really interesting, and I'm going to quote it, exact words here, not even making this up. "The Strahd should be easy to kill. It's a miracle no one has succumbed to the temptation. Got a pair of keys to my brother's house. Could easily break in and asphyxiate him if the woman rose." No full stop. Just that's one point. That's one sentence. One continuous sentence. Sherlock, this is why we need punctuation, because things like this happen. Okay? Like, I said it probably slower than he said it. When he said it, it's one sentence. That's one point. That's one example. He okay? Right. Let's talk about ties. Greg and Mycroft share ties. Look. That is bloody adorable, that is. Good for them. That is absolute goals. So either this means that they do actually share clothes like all cute couples do, or because in this scene Mycroft is in Sherlock's mind palace, so Sherlock has seen Greg wearing this tie and then associated them together and thought, yeah, they're together, put them in the same clothes when I'm thinking about. Yeah, sure, Sherlock ships it almost as much as I do. Okay, but so far I've never actually seen them in a room together, right? Well, if you ask that, you're stupid and wrong and stupid and wrong and wrong and stupid and wrong. We actually have. They're like together all the time, okay. But in season 3, episode 3, His Last Vow, when John and Greg notice that Sherlock is missing from his hospital bed after Mary has shot him, Greg immediately goes to call Mycroft. Very hard metaphor. To discuss Sherlock's known buttholes, because they're like, where could Sherlock be? And then, like, a transition later, Mycroft and Greg are shown in Mycroft's office continuing the conversation. You might not have noticed this because it's part of a quickly paced sequence of loads of characters frantically looking for Sherlock, but it's there and it's real, and it's proof that they like to meet up in person and have conversations when they could have just continued the conversation over the phone. That's adorable. But not quite as adorable as my last piece of evidence for this video anyway, because face it, I am so into this, I am definitely doing another video on this shit. But this last point that I'm going to make, probably it will sell it to you, definitely. You will definitely at least ship it after this, if not believe it's actually endgame. Let's just have a moment of silence, just out of respect for this beautiful masterpiece, the piece de resistance, the beautiful creation that blessed all Mystrade shippers. It kind of came down from heaven and landed on us. It's the graveyard scene in Abominable Bride. Let's have a montage, right? Let's have a little montage of screenshots from that. Let's have that right now, thank you. Alright, that right there, that is my religion. Did you see them? Did you see how good they look together? Did you see the way that like Greg like had his sleeves rolled up and was like being all hench and digging and stuff and trying to impress Mycroft, and the way that Mycroft was totally checking him out and shining the torch on his butt, and the way that they looked at each other. Right, so I'm gonna go have a bit of a lie down now because this is too much. If I have convinced you that Mystrade is actually endgame, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below if you've found any other evidence or anything, or if you ship it. What's your Sherlock OTP? What's your OTP? Do you like Mystrade? Will you recommend me some good Mystrade fics? Because I've read all of them. Like, you know, if there's any that you think I haven't read, I've read all of them. But you know, find a new one, might read it again. So thank you very, very much for watching. Please, you know, check out all my links in the description and share this video to spread the truth about the fact that Mystrade is end goal and it's undeniable and real. And yeah, thanks for watching. I love you guys very much. I will see you in my next video. Lou's just casually been asleep in the background of this. Lou, come here. Can you say hi to the camera? No? You ship Mystrade, don't you? Well, or maybe not. Goodbye then.